2022 the Cinemacon release schedule. Guys, we need to take a look at the Cinemacon release schedule. You know why? Because, well, that's what we do here. You're watching Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, where we will talk about all of these big headlines. And if you're joining us live, guys, you know how this works. I'll talk with you in between the stories. And if you're watching us afterwards, all of these will be linked in time codes in the description and comment section below. Now, I felt like it was going to be important to start the show off today by talking about the actual schedule of Cinemacon, because there's going to be a lot of trailers that are going to drop. Like we can see here that there's going to be a couple for Black Phone, Bodies. And we got some reactions from the first footage of Bullet Train to talk about. And we're going to take a look at the schedule so that we'll know what time perhaps footage or trailers will drop from the studios. Because when it does, when we get a new trailer for something, I'll go and record my reaction for it as quickly as I can. I'll leave my setup today. But let's take a look at that Cinemacon schedule. Let's get right into it, guys, for 2022. Now, there was stuff yesterday, but nothing really huge other than those posters that came out. And I'm not going to bore you with reading every little detail of the schedule, but we'll take a look at the times for when the big things come out. Okay, there's one for Neon there, special presentation from Neon. So that may have a few images and stuff that we'll have to take a look at. But I don't think... Okay, so Warner Bros. Has its presentation at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So you're going to have to... If you are subscribed to the channel, of course, you'll get a little notification there that, hey, if a trailer drops from Warner Bros. Or some new information drops, some juicy bits, we'll take a look at from Warner Bros. There. Hosted by Toby Emmerich. Interesting. So it's going to have a presentation there of its upcoming slate. We'll see some trailers, hopefully some trailers, and some footage from WB. So that'll be... Maybe they'll talk about what they're going to do with the Flash. Maybe Batgirl. Maybe they'll announce Batgirl, guys, and say that it's going to be confirmed what we heard yesterday, that it's going to be a theatrical release. So it's going to go late because this is in Las Vegas, guys. 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. today. So there's Universal Pictures and Blumhouse will have theirs with a screening of the Black Phone. They're going to screen the Black Phone there. A second trailer for that just dropped. I did a trailer reaction. That's going to be up on the channel later on today once I have time to edit it. And that's going to be it for today. It's only 3 days, guys, really. Tomorrow, maybe... Okay, so more Walt Disney does their stuff in the morning. So Disney will be from 9:45 to 10:30. So tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have some Disney stuff to talk about on the live show there. And Universal and Focus Features have theirs at 4:15 to 6:30 tomorrow. So some Universal stuff there that we'll have to take a look at. And then nothing at night. Well, that's fine. That's fine. And the last day, we're going to have some seminars. Okay, so Paramount is going on the last day, 9:15 to 12:15, where they'll be doing an exclusive screening of Maverick. So it won't be seen first at Con, it'll be first seen at Cinemacon. Okay. Well, you know what? That's one of my most anticipated for next month in May, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Top Gun Maverick will be a big highlight from them for sure. Paramount Lionsgate is from 2:45 to 4:30, so we'll get some Lionsgate stuff. Did I miss one here? Paramount lunch program, Cinemacon big screen, Coca-Cola after party. I think that's it. So that's the schedule. And as I said, guys, once something breaks, once something gets known and gets out there in the social media world, if it's really cool, like a trailer or something, we'll do a trailer reaction just like that, and that'll be up on the channel as quickly as I can do it. If you want to follow me on all the social media handles there, check that out there, right, guys? So today we had some first test screening from Bullet Train with Brad Pitt. And we got some other big news there too. But let's go in and talk about some of these reactions. Sony had their thing today. So Sony unveils exclusive footage from Bullet Train, Spider-Man Across the SpiderVerse, and we got some other news in there about some other new villains or some new heroes in the MCU. We got Ghostbusters, Afterlife 2, like there's going to be a sequel for that coming out. Venom 3, well, we knew that Venom 3 was going to happen. But let's talk about this Bullet Train images screening, because it's got Brad Pitt and he plays like this assassin aboard the bullet train, and the cast for it looks absolutely stellar. And this page doesn't do a very good job of pulling up some of the quotes from it. But let's take a look at some of the quotes here from MovieWeb that pulled it out a little bit better for us. First reactions describe the action movie as John Woo meets Guy Ritchie. That sounds cool, man. That's going to be an interesting mix. It's Brad Pitt versus Bad Bunny in the opening sequence. So they showed the opening sequence there, and we're going to have to talk about Bad Bunny here in a few moments too. He's got some MCU news. He's a new hero. We're going to talk about that. But let's get some of the initial reactions for Bullet Train here. Bullet Train looks pretty solid. A great mixture of action and comedy. Brad Pitt looks like he is having a total blast in this. I'm looking forward to seeing what role Joey King. God, I love Joey King. She's fantastic. One of my favorite up-and-coming stars. That she's got a really good resume underneath of her, and I really hope she busts out in movies like this, Bullet Train, that people really are wanting to see more work from her. This other handle just says, Bullet Train actually looks so fun. Let's just read the quotes from maybe people that we could recognize. Eric Davis just watched the first 15 minutes or so of Bullet Train, which was awesome. A bunch of crazy assassins on a train, all colliding with one another. Brad Pitt thinks it's a simple snatch and grab job, and then all hell breaks loose. Terrific humor too, so that's good. There's that mixture of humor in it. We saw that in the trailer, in the teaser, in the first trailer for it, and it looked absolutely fantastic. So some people are saying 15, some people are saying 20 minutes. Weird. Jeff Snyder. First up, Bullet Train. David Leitch in the house showed us the first 10 to 15 minutes. So some of the reporting out there is somebody's not telling the truth there. It turns out that Brian Tyree Henry is playing Lemon, not Logan Lerman, as I had suspected. It felt like John Woo got his hands on a Guy Ritchie script. That does sound good. Does that sound good or bad to you? What do you guys think in the live chat? If you've watched John Woo's movies like Face Off, and maybe his Hong Kong stuff that's a little bit more recognized as like The Killer with Chow Yun-Fat and stuff like that, right? But we know Guy Ritchie's flavor with The Gentleman, and that sounds like it's going to be a real nice mix. Michael Kelly in live chat says, hey man, hi, how's it going? Sony kicks off Cinemacon, gives some Bullet Train. So it sounds like people are really liking what they're seeing from Bullet Train with Brad Pitt. And that just gets me hyped. That gets me hyped quite a bit. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. So we do have some more to talk about that from that story, but we'll move on quickly just to talk about this Super Mario thing that came up, because it just helps spread it out a little bit. It was also released that Super Mario Bros. With Chris Pratt playing Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy's Princess Toadstool, is being released April 2023. It's been pushed. So it's an animated movie, guys, so it's not going to be a live action. I guess Universal has decided to push it from December 21st. It was supposed to come out this year, but it's going to come out next April. And I don't know what's going on with this Chris Pratt controversy, guys. Am I missing something out there? There was a call for him to be recast as Star-Lord, which is not going to happen now that he's played him like in 5 movies or something. Yeah, some people are just going off the handle with trying to call him out for some injustice or somewhere along the lines. I don't get the hate for Chris Pratt. I like him. I think he's cool. Charlie Day is going to be Luigi. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to see how that plays out. But that's all you need to know from that headline. So it got pushed back. Wait, who's Bowser? Who's Bowser? Is that Seth Rogen? Jack Black is going to be Bowser. Right there, guys. Jack Black. That's going to be good casting. Yeah, he'll be a good Bowser. Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. Okay. Wow. Super Mario delayed, but not much. Only like 4 or 5 months. Not a huge deal. Okay, so let's go back to that Sony story and talk about some of the new Ghostbusters and Venom 3. We knew that Venom 3 was going to happen. We knew that was going to happen. And they go on to talk about in that other story from the Bullet Train story. They go on, and Hollywood Reporter didn't do a very good job of pulling this stuff out because they talked about a lot of stuff in this article. And they did talk about the Ghostbusters. They did talk about Bad Bunny in that MCU movie, El Muerto. We'll talk about that in just a little bit too. But they talked a lot about SpiderVerse. And is that was on the docket right now? SpiderVerse? No, new Ghostbusters. Okay, so there is going to be a sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, but they announced here, and like I wish they put this in little separate stories instead of putting it in this big long article. But they talked about, okay, they don't know anything about who's going to be in it or what it's going to be about, but I would suspect it would be about them going back to New York. I mean, because that's where the post-credit scene for Ghostbusters Afterlife went, with not Egon, Ernie Hudson's character, Winston, right? He had bought the building and was going to start it up again. So I don't know, with all the mess that's going on with Bill Murray right now, I wouldn't suspect that he would be in it. But you could get Winston, you can get Ernie Hudson, you can get, you would definitely get Dan Aykroyd back because he loves that franchise. And if it was about them kind of training a new wave of people, a new group of people to take over the ghostbusting business, that would be cool. And yeah, that's buried here in this article somewhere, really deep in it. And then Sony went on to talk about the Venom 3. So Venom 3 that's pretty much a no-brainer. We knew that Venom 3 was going to happen, and that debacle afterwards, Venom 3, I didn't realize that a lot of people didn't like that at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, where you just saw him talking about Spider-Man and then he goes back to his own universe, which kind of makes sense as to what they were doing with Spider-Man No Way Home. But Venom 3, Tom Hardy, you know that was going to happen. Even though, yeah, I landed on the fence that I didn't like Let There Be Carnage either, because they shouldn't have killed him. That was their number one mistake. They should have just have him fight, because Carnage is the big bad guy that everybody wants to see Spider-Man team up with Venom to take down Carnage. That's what you want to see. And just to have him as a one-off villain, and that just, yeah, that didn't sit well in people's stomach, and especially when you got somebody like Woody Harrelson playing him. Guys, you just, it was a lost opportunity. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. I know people will be running with the Venom story today, and that'll be like a big highlight. That's a big draw for people. But talking about the Spider-Verse, let's go talk about that Spider-Verse news that dropped. They announced that too, that while it's going to have a whole bunch of new characters in it, apparently it's going to be taking place in 6 different universes and going to include 240 characters. Whew, that's bloated. That's bloated, and I'm not concerned about it, but that's a lot. Apparently it starts off with Spider-Gwen, so it starts off with her story. They showed some footage there too at Cinemacon, and it started off with her story and seeing her dad and such like that from the reports. But you can see that it was delayed to June 2nd, 2023, and will feature a total of 240 characters. That's a lot. That's a lot. Spider-Ham, yeah, hopefully we see more of him. Can't go wrong with that. Miles Morales. And we know that this one is going to be told in 2 parts, right? It's going to have part 1 in June next year, and then part 3 comes out the year after. So, okay. All right. Spider-Verse news. There it is. First kind of images and footage was shown. So, and it was all about Spider-Gwen. If you like the Spider-Verse news, you'll have to let me know about that stuff in the comments below. And if anything else breaks at Cinemacon, I'll let you guys know as quickly as I learn it, because it is an event for sure. And I don't feel like the need to make like 5-10 long minute videos about each one of these things. That's why I like doing the show like this, so I can just ramble it off, give it to you guys as quickly as I can, the need to know information, and let's move on to Hot Wheels. What's this about? Well, apparently Hot Wheels adds Bad Robot. Well, Bad Robot is run by J.J. Abrams there as producers So Mattel Films and Warner Bros. Are behind the project. So we might get more information about this from the Warner Bros. Panel that comes out later today. Bad Robot is revving his engines for a Hot Wheels movie. And well, it's J.J. Abrams, so it doesn't sound like he's going to have too much influence onto it. It's going to be other people that work at Bad Robot that's going to be mostly behind it. It's his banner, right? It's his company, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be mostly him. Kevin McKeown and a bunch of people will lead the project at Mattel Films, along with Peter Dude from Warner Bros. Hannah Minghella, John Cohen will oversee for Bad Robot. So it's not mentioning J.J. Abrams there. He'll have his hands on it, which is a mixed bag. I understand that. He's not that great of a writer. Yeah, as long as he's not writing anything, then he's okay. But if he writes something, then it's just kind of like, he's not that good of a writer. But that's the way I feel. What do you think? Hot Wheels movie from Bad Robot. Will it be animated? We'll have to wait and see, guys. Details will come out, and we'll talk about it. Yesterday we had a first image of Charlize Theron back on the Fast 10 set, and we've got our first, well, not real look at Jason Momoa. It's just a behind-the-scenes photo, guys, of him there on the set. He's going to be playing the bad guy, and, well, she's the bad guy too, right? So, or at least she works against them for nefarious reasons. That's cool. There he is. Fast X. That's what you need to know from that. Yep. There was one other story about Fast 10, how they dropped, how it used to be called Fast and the Furious, and how the franchise changed once they dropped the Furious bit from it. That was an interesting read. That was up on Screen Rant. But Jason Momoa, we'll have to see how this plays out. He's not a thespian. He's not Shakespearean in quality of his acting, but he's good enough to be a villain at least. So I'll be looking forward to that. Hopefully they can end this series on a big kind of high note. They can do a little bit of a course correction from number 9 there. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. All right. Black Phone had a new trailer out, and that's going to be my reaction will be up on the channel later on today for that. Because, well, actually, let's take a look at some of the images from that trailer. Because it was cool, and it just gave you a little bit of a taste as to what my reaction was to it. It actually, my initial impression was that it was kind of a retread of the first trailer. Now, this movie was supposed to come out last year, the Black Phone, but it got pushed to this year. And Ethan Hawke has worked with the director before, Scott Derrickson, on Sinister, so you know that they work well together. And Ethan Hawke plays this character who abducts young men and tortures them in a basement. What does the premise say here? The plot. After being abducted by a child killer and locked in a soundproof basement, a 13-year-old boy starts receiving calls on a disconnected phone from the killer's previous victims. And it plays out like that. But to see Ethan Hawke playing the bad guy, that's going to be the selling point, because he starts off like wearing this mask and talking like very normal, but then as the trailer progresses, he turns into that raspy voice that he talks like in Moon Knight. You know, he plays the bad guy in Moon Knight, so he plays like this role very interestingly. And the whole thing about the kids and like the dead kids helping him out, I don't know how that's going to play off, because if it's not handled well, it'll be cheesy. But you get sort of like creepy images like this, like they did in Sinister, where he makes videos of it. And that's Scott Derrickson, right? Scott Derrickson. He directed the first Doctor Strange movie that we'll talk about again here in a few moments. But I'm looking forward to this for sure. It does look like it's creepy. It ends with him kind of saying, well, that was really creepy, right? Is that what he says here?
The creepiest damn thing.
Yeah, the creepiest damn thing. Yeah. The Black Phone. Let's go over to the IMDb here and pull up that list here. Black Phone. Okay, so I already read you the synopsis, but let's just take a look at the cast here. Jeremy Davies is Mr. Shaw. Ethan Hawke, James Ransone. Who's the young kid there? Mason Thames is the... Okay. All right, and then these are just a bunch of the other kids. Interesting movie, an interesting premise. I'm gonna have to wait to see how this plays out, because I think the release date, June 24th. June 24th is the release date. It's rated R. Scott Derrickson, he directed the first Doctor Strange, Sinister, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. So he's well acquainted with the realm of horror. The Day the Earth Stood Still. He did that. Okay. Black Phone. Definitely curious to see how he's going to work. He's not doing Doctor Strange 2 because he took that time off to make this movie. And that's why Sam Raimi is directing Doctor Strange 2. But I'm going to have to check that out for sure. And we'll definitely talk about that. All right, guys. What's next here? Bodies. We got more stories than this. I don't have a whole lot of space there on the sidebar. Bodies. Let's talk about this trailer that dropped too. I'm looking forward to this one. At least I thought I was, but the teaser for this, it didn't wow me. And I'll let you know why here in a few moments. Let's read the synopsis. When a group of rich 20-somethings plan a hurricane party at a remote family mansion, a party game turns deadly into this fresh and funny look at backstabbing, fake friends, and one party gone very, very wrong. It's got Pete Davidson in it, Amanda Stenberg, Rachel Sennott, and Maria Bakalova from Borat 2. So that's the selling point for me. Pete Davidson, not so much. He hasn't won me over yet. Oh, that was Lee Pace in the trailer. Okay, so I did see that properly. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the images from this trailer. I can't show you this trailer here on the live stream because this is like the Red Band trailer, and they go overboard with the F-bombs, which will, hurt the live stream. So I can't watch this one. But I thought it was going to be something along the lines of like prom night. These girls in a sorority get attacked by somebody in their house. But it's kind of like, well, it is sort of like that, but it's mixed with Ready or Not, them playing a game where they actually start killing each other. And that's why it's called Bodies. Whoops! That's why it's called Bodies. And it's an interesting premise. This trailer didn't wow me. It didn't work for me for some reason. The killer twist that keeps you guessing. Not really. You know that one of them is the killer or somebody else is the killer, and they just slowly get offed. And they try to have some humor in there that Pete Davidson tries to inject into it. But I was a little let down by the teaser. And don't get me wrong here, that I'm still going to give it a chance. It's just as a teaser, it didn't land as well as I wanted it to. It just didn't resonate with me. But if you guys saw it, let me know in the comments below. What did you think about it? We're going to talk about some more stuff here. Michael Kelly in live chat says, Bodies seem like a movie made 1 million times. Yeah, it's got that classic kind of throwback vibe to it. Like, movies can do that, but it's kind of like, hey, it's, the teaser didn't work for me there. Let's go on and talk about some more stories that are not on this time card here, but they are listed in the description below. So let's go on and talk about the new Rob Zombie Munsters movie. We got a new image that, Lily's werewolf brother. We know that there's going to be the brother who is a werewolf. So we got our first look at him here. And this breaks to us from his Instagram site. Rob Zombie and his wife actually both drop a lot of movie stuff. They're actually really good. If you can't complain about Rob Zombie marketing his movies, trying to get it out there to the audiences. There's just some of the other cast. But that's our first look at the werewolf character. It does look like it's going to be in color. It's not going to be in black and white. And, okay, cool. I had to check that out. Rob Zombie, Munsters. Let's move on. Maisie Williams proud of starring in worst Marvel movie ever. What? I gotta tell you this. Maisie Williams. Now, I just rewatched somebody's reaction to the New Mutants, and I saw it in the theater. So I actually didn't hate the New Mutants. I liked what they were trying to do with it. Can't go wrong with Anya Taylor-Joy. She was breathtaking in that movie. I loved her powers in it. But yeah, people have come to rag on it quite a bit, saying it's the worst movie out there. And she just has a quote here that says, "She was just like everyone else, really. George Hill, who taught Williams to bathe dance." I don't know what the heck that is. Yeah, Michael Kelly says in live chat, New Mutants wasn't that bad. And I was watching somebody's reaction to it, like the full movie reaction to it. And yeah, I liked it. I liked some of the imagery and how they were using one of them to use all the fears to pull them out. And that sequence at the end with the demon bear was awesome. I felt like that was awesome. You don't see that much imagery like that in the MCU. So I thought, yeah, I just wanted to quickly pull that one and talk about it. And you know what? I just realized we forgot a story. We forgot a story about the bullet train. We're going to go back and do that because it's not in the list there too, and it's not in the comment section. But we're going to just fit this one in. Bad Bunny unveiled as new Marvel hero El Muerto. Now, we did talk about it, but let's just pull up the article on this. It looks like he's playing a hero that wears that luchador mask, sort of like Bane. So he's like is he going to be like the MCU version of Bane? He's obviously going to be accustomed to doing action because he fights with Brad Pitt at the opening of Bullet Train. So El Muerto is set to hit theaters in January 12th, 2024. And I got to tell you this, guys. My initial reaction to it is, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this hero is. And there's no comments there. Upcoming Sony Marvel Madam Web. We know that. Kraven the Hunter. So is this another Spider-Man villain or hero or something? Somebody in the SpiderVerse is what I'm understanding, sort of, from this article. It's inclusion. El Muerto has gone in the ring with Spider-Man himself before. Okay, so it is Spider-Man. Known as Juan Carlos Estrada Sanchez in the comics, El Muerto is a wrestler whose powers are handed down by ancestry in the form of a mask. So it is very much like Bane. Except the Bane, yeah, the mask gives him his powers because that injects the venom into him. Okay, I got nothing against Bad Bunny, so it's just we're already down past the second tier superheroes. This is like third or fourth tier. This is like Wonder Twins kind of. Why are you bothering with this, right? I don't understand it. But that's that Bad Bunny El Muerto story. Hey guys, I'm not trying to rag on it. So really, you want to devote an entire movie to that? You want to put millions and millions of dollars into it? It just gives me pause, right? Michael Kelly in live chat says, worst Marvel movie was Fan-4-Stick. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. It wasn't that good. And I was a defender of that movie as the marketing was coming out. But once I saw it, they just can't do Doctor Doom right. And that frustrates me. If they get him and work him well and right, the rest will fall into place. It will. All right, so let's move on to some other stories that did break. Talking about Doctor Strange, their MCU movies. People are projecting that perhaps it can beat No Way Home's box office. Can Doctor Strange 2 make more than $1.7 billion? Absolutely not. That's what I say. There's no way. What do you guys think? Can it make more than $1.7 billion? No. The only way it could is if it did have, like, it's apparently going to have a lot of cameos in it, and it's going to have a lot of things that'll blow your mind. But unless we see Tom Cruise actually become Iron Man, and we see John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic in it, and they have bigger roles than just that Illuminati scene, and they help defeat the evil versions of Doctor Strange, maybe. But that's like a long ball. That's like the Hail Mary shot, right? I think Doctor Strange 2 will make at least $1 billion, but it's not going to make 1.5 billion, and it's definitely not going to make 1.7. Because I mean, you got Spider-Man all working together in No Way Home. That's what really sold it. That we got to see that, and we got to see all the other bad guys. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is supposed to have like that horror vibe to it, and I don't know if that's going to translate as well as maybe they were hoping. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Let me know what you guys thought about that in the comments below, and we will talk about it. One more trailer that dropped for an Apple Plus is something called the Essex Serpent. And we're going to take a look at this trailer. We're actually going to watch this one because it's going to be on Apple Plus. So I didn't have time to watch it. I was going to watch it, and it has Tom Hiddleston and one of my favorite actresses, Claire Danes. And apparently it's like a period piece where there's an actual kind of serpent of some kind. Claire Danes, she's so fantastic. One of my favorite actresses. She's got to be in the top 10. Now, I haven't watched this trailer yet. I just read the synopsis, and we're going to share this together. Tom Hiddleston, Claire Danes drama series. So this is going to be a series on Apple Plus. But you know what? I like that crypto stuff every now and then. And it's a weird serpent monster or something. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's check out this little trailer for it.
The serpent has come. She was taken for her sins.
No, it was an accident. God will look after her now.
So, okay, it's based on a novel.
A sea creature's been spotted.
Is there something else?
Whew,
That's
I like
what I'm
that
here to
shot.
find out. I've done some research.
Into a mythical beast.
Not mythical, real.
The serpent
this is
an invention.
Great setup.
Symptom of the times we live in.
So you're against progress?
And the cast is
I'd
good.
rather believe
That's a
creature
good
people have
cast.
actually seen than an invisible god. Is that blasphemy?
We won't get my husband to judge you, no matter how hard you try.
Everyone's a little on edge at the moment.
Lock your doors, say your prayers!
So, she's going to be accused of witchcraft or something,
We must
right?
all follow our passions.
Because she wants to find this monster.
I'm scared. It's in
And
us.
the town will be like, they'll turn against her,
Brought it here.
Brought what here?
is what I'm guessing.
I need to forget about Essex. I want you to come back.
Sounds like you're in love with her.
Everyone else is.
I scared them.
You didn't start all this.
We can't control our inner thoughts, but they can influence us.
It was woman that was tempted by the serpent. It was woman that ate the fruit.
Yeah, see, there they go. The village turns on her, and that's... So it's going to be a little bit...
Can't be my friend and a man of God.
I can't think clearly when
She
I'm
looks
around
good.
you.
I won't be blamed
Like she's
for
giving
your
her all here.
weakness.
Love is not a weakness.
I think the Essex Serpent has sunk its claws into you too.
Claire Danes. Tom
Every
Hiddleston.
one of us lives with doubt and fear. And now is the time for us to come together. Don't be scared. It's when we're most lost
Cinematography looks cool.
that the source of light is closest.
The Essex Serpent. Apple Plus. So it's going to turn into like this. There's maybe not going to be a serpent, but it's a metaphor, right? Her drive to find it is going to be her undoing. The town will turn against her. Apple Plus streaming May 13th. Well, that's just around the corner. I don't have Apple Plus though, but I wanted to take a look at it because, hey, you know what? I like stories about Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, those kinds of things. And I like the cast. So what did you guys think about that little teaser there? Let me know in the comments below and we'll talk about it. Michael Kelly in the live chat says, I predict Doctor Strange will make under $1 billion. Oh, so you actually think that it'll make less than $1 billion? Well, yeah, as I said, if that horror angle doesn't land, like perhaps maybe it's too scary for some of the younger MCU crowd, then yeah, it may not resonate. And if they make Wanda, like, we know that she's going to embrace her evilness a little bit in this. If they really damage her, like, how do I word this? Because she was built up so nicely in WandaVision. Like, she became my favorite Avenger because of WandaVision. Like, I hold her in the highest regard. If she goes off and really becomes truly awful, that won't land with people. And that's a danger that they'll play. But I trust Sam Raimi, the director. I trust Kevin Feige. But that would be shocking, Michael Kelly, if it didn't make $1 billion. That would blow people's minds. Just like losing a game in the top of the ninth inning. Okay. Let's go on and take a look at the old Twitterverse today. Because maybe some new things have broken while we were talking. And yeah. Okay, I just refreshed the page here. See if there's anything here. Con 2022 official jury. Ooh, Deepika Padukone isn't on there. Cool. She's a Indian actress. From, is she Hindi? Cool. Oh, Noomi Rapace is on that list too. Rebecca Hall. Wow. So that's the judging panel. I like that. I like that a lot. I like the range of diversity. You got somebody from India there. You got somebody from the UK. You got somebody from Sweden there. That's diverse. John M. Chu's film adaptation, Wicked, will be split into 2 movies starring Ariana Grande. What? What? Ariana Grande wants to become an actress. Well, she was in that Adam McKay movie last year, but that was just a small cameo and she was playing a singer, so that wasn't a stretch. But Ariana Grande is going to be in a movie directed by John M. Chu. Interesting. Wicked Part 1. I don't even know what the heck this is going to be about then. Why would it be released in 2 parts? I like Ariana. What do they call them? They call them Ari heads? Is that what they call Ariana Grande fans? Ari heads or airheads or something? Announced that his movie Wicked will be released in 2 parts. Maybe I can pull up this and it'll be like a synopsis of some kind. Not that I see. But maybe we can pull that up later. Whatever. You know, it'll be maybe something about some kind of a singer. We'll have to see how that plays out. Oh, Ryan Gosling in The Gray Man. That's something I'm looking forward to too. Him facing off against Chris Evans as a spy thriller. Like him facing off against Chris Evans. That's cool, man. And he's got that tash going. Yeah, that's gonna be that'll be like a face-off type movie, right? Talking about John Woo. Ana de Armas is in it as well. Cool. Rayman. He looks familiar, but I can't place his name right now. Who is that? Rajay John Page. Okay, that's the guy from Bridgerton. Doctor Strange following 45-day theater window. People are going to wait to hit streaming, Michael Kelly says in live chat. Well, that's a factor too. That'll definitely be a factor. New trailer for Black Phone. Yep, that'll be out on the channel later today. And you know what? I was so not impressed with that Bodies trailer that I may not even publish my reaction to it because I don't really give that much insight. Another Doctor Strange poster has been released. So yeah, they're really going overboard with these posters. And I gotta tell you this, I don't like that one. There's too much going on up here that I don't like with the different. Is that different versions of Wanda? Yeah, that one I don't like. Ryan Reynolds will receive the 36th American Cinematech Award. Okay. The Gray Man, more Gray Man. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Currently holds a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, hey, maybe this is one of those movies where the trailer didn't resonate with me, but the movie, actual movie, will. 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Huh. Ryan Gosling on the set of The Gray Man. Yeah, we know that there's going to be a stunt with the train in there or something like that. Because we saw that in our little teaser that we saw. Just a quick flash of it. One thing we learned at Marvel that Kevin Feige is conscious of and does well is that you have to focus on the movie at hand and make sure that it's the best it can absolutely be. Then you worry about how you expand it beyond that, says Joe Russo. Okay. John Ridgey, John Page, and this Gray Man. I like that jacket. It looks like it's well cut. Ana de Armas is CIA agent. Okay, so they're just retweeting that story. Normal People starring Daisy Edgar Jones and Paul Mescal premiered two. I hate when they do that. Who's this? Lupita Nyong'o will host a podcast centered on nonfiction cultural storytelling that explores the African diaspora. Well, you can't go wrong with Lupita Nyong'o. She's awesome. She's really awesome, especially the stuff that I like her because of the different range of projects that she takes, like in the MCU stuff. But I like the fact that she worked with Jordan Peele on Us. That voice that she did. Doctor Strange poster looks satanic. Let's go back up to that. Satanic. Why are you seeing a little bit of possible pentagram imagery in there with the circle? And I could sort of with the arms, maybe. Yeah, I could see that. But it's the color palette and it's the amount of information that's going on in it, with all the smaller people out behind it. That they're that's why I don't like it. Lee Pace and Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Yeah. Son, starring Hugh Jackman, Laura Dern, and Vanessa Kirby, will release in October. It follows Peter Jackman and his wife, and his life with his partner Kirby is thrown into disarray when his ex-wife turns up with their teenage son. What? So she's playing some kind of a temptress that tries to get back at him by going out with his son? Ooh. But Hugh Jackman, can't go wrong with him. Can't go wrong with Laura Dern. Vanessa Kirby. Okay. A new poster for Crimes of the Future. French poster. And this is a story that came out today too. Viola Davis responds to criticism about her performance as Michelle Obama. It's incredibly hurtful when people say negative things about your work. You do move on from the hurt and failure, but you have to. Not everything is going to be awards worthy. And hey, I run a YouTube channel, so yes, I can understand that. Not everything resonates with the audiences. Even the things that people end up liking that get thousands of views, there's at least one person that's going to say, ooh, I don't know if I like that. Netflix's Heartstopper. Well, it looks like we're pretty much all caught up. Okay, so there's that La Muerta story, El Muerto. again with fighting Spider-Man. I think that's the same image, actually, that we saw. It's just blown up a little bit. Bad Bunny. Well, hey, if you're given that break, you got to go with it. The Mario movie has been delayed to April 7th. Yeah, we knew that. Okay, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I want to dance with somebody. Huh. Shane Mitchell. What is that? What is that? I Want to Dance. The first poster for I Want to Dance, starring Naomi Aki as Whitney Houston, has been released. Interesting. And how to keep my eye on that. Wonder what parts of the story they're going to tell and what they're not going to tell. Because great voice, tragic story, man. Tragic story. I think that's it for today, guys. We're 47 minutes in. I was going to do a watch along today, but since I'm going to be kind of like on call for if a trailer drops, I don't want to be indisposed. And tomorrow's movie news, it's going to be late. It's going to be around, I'm going to try to shoot for 1 o'clock, but I have a 10:30 appointment tomorrow, and I don't know how long it will be because I got to drive a little bit of distance to get there. So we'll have to play it by ear again. I'll try to get back in time, and I might do all my prep work before I go and then come back and just get on the show just like that. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I think that's all that really broke for today, guys. For now, later on today, Warner Bros. Is going to do their slate at Comic-Con, and we'll react to any news or information that drops from that. And throughout the day, more trailers may break. But I hope you enjoyed the show. And, you know, the best way you can support the show, I have to keep on. I guess I have to start doing this. The best way to support the show, guys, is just to hit that little thumbs up button. I don't care if you just subscribe to it or not. If you like it, then you're going to subscribe anyway. So, but I guess it's good YouTube policy to always mention hitting that thumbs up button, because that does help out the old algorithm. All right, that's it. The Black Phone trailer will be up later today, and if anything else from Warner Bros. Drops, that'll be out later today. Tomorrow we will be doing the news show for sure, and we will be reacting to episode 5 of Moon Knight. See you guys there.